Welcome everybody. We are in session number 4 of our online class, and the subject today is bug reporting. When we talk about bug reporting and bug tracking, we are talking about two different systems of QA organizations. So QA organization is about systems. So the systems are, let's say, test planning, bug reporting, bug tracking, release certification, test automation. It has multiple systems, and bug reporting is one system. And how bug reports are processed is another system, which is called bug tracking. And next session, when we meet Thursday, we will talk about bug life cycle, and we will talk about what happens to bug report, after each and every person in the loop, does his or her job. So we will see that. And today we are still talking about bug reporting. Now, when we go to your session 4, it says we have writing bug reports video, and I hope you watch that one. And it is how long? 25 minutes, guys. It's 25 minutes. And it's not a part of any class. I just did that recording myself in my home. Okay. And there is another one about how bug tracking systems work. Let me ask you, did you guys watch that video? Did you watch the rules of bug reporting? Some people say no. Why you didn't watch it? Oh, I know why. I know why. You didn't know. You didn't have access to homework for session 4. I understand. I understand, guys. It's okay. It's okay. You still had it on. You did have it on online home. I just didn't tell you. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. So coming back. You will, okay? You will watch that video on how to write bug reports. How to write bug reports. Let me check myself. How to write. I just go to YouTube. How to write bug report. Yeah. Hey, I'm number one. I'm number one. 25,000 people watch that. It's interesting, yeah. They will watch everything. Just. Okay, where is the page? So you will watch it at home. Today I will go to your bug reports which you submitted on Resume Builder, and we have quite a few. I'm kind of happy with that, and I will show you how to do certain things to make bug reports better or clearer, and meanwhile I will bring together certain rules. I will show you things, and then I will come with the rule. So a rule goes after the practice, okay? Let me show, in case you didn't do that Resume Builder project. So we have two videos anyway, which show lots of bugs and how we report them, but there is a place, here is the link. So if you go there and download that file, if you download that file, it has the installation of the application. And that is the zip file I downloaded. When I opened the zip file, I just took that folder and removed that on the desktop. And you see the result right here. So that is the entire installation. You just copy that on your desktop, and then Resume Builder here is an executable. So if I run the application, it says publisher, okay. Now it runs. One more thing about it is we do have requirements. We do have requirements for that. Okay, let me show you. It says requirements. Resume Builder requirements. So we do not test Resume Builder intuitively. We have requirements. And that project was developed because I wrote requirements, and I hired the person who developed that software. I paid him money. And then I said I don't want to use it, but I want to use I want to exploit that product in our class because it has lots of bugs anyway. And so we have requirements. In my case, requirements are here. I can make it larger if you wish. Oh, it's actually big enough. Okay. Requirements. So we have requirements. So it runs on all the Windows platform. I have Windows 7 here. I don't know what you guys are running. If you have Macintosh, it will not run. All the Windows platform. The GUI should be in compliance with Microsoft GUI guidelines. And the original purpose of that application in our class was to practice with graphic user interface problems, but still it has lots of functionality problems. The application allows user to create and save resumes in RTF format only. In multiple professions, we can add more and more professions to the list. It's open-ended. The application allows users to create and save templates with predefined content. What it means, I might have a template for internship resume. So when you come, I just open the template and let's say 80% of your resume is right there. I just have to change your name and your education and your address, and then we have pretty much that resume coming. All the sections are built from customized content stored in some files. We don't know much about files, but all the data which will be provided to user is stored somewhere. We can manipulate the data. Let's say we have that QA, we have multiple professions. Let's say software QA engineer profession. Continue. And then resume builder opens. And when I specify the profession, the content is already coming from the appropriate QA file. If I say business analyst, there's going to be business analyst file providing the content. And so what am I doing here? I'm saying first name, positive testing. Guys, you always start with positive testing. So I'm saying Mikhail, last name, Portnov. That is the first time I see it, yeah? And middle name, it's not required, but let's say Petrovich, okay. Okay, Mikhail, city, let's say Los Altos. Okay, California. 94022, that is where our office is. Phone. So I'm not trying to break anything down, guys. I'm trying to make sure if I do everything nicely, it works. That is the purpose. Phone 650 989 1234, whatever the number. Cell, okay, cell. Alternative phone, okay, alternative. Let's say it's home. And it is going to be 408 123 4567. Email, let's say Mikhail at portnovschool.com. And at that point, I should be able, guys, to go to another folder and another folder and another folder, because if I didn't provide the required fields, let's say no Mikhail, can I go to another? It says all the required fields should be filled out. Good. Mikhail. That is how they deal with required field. No required field, it will not allow you to go to any other folder here. And what you see here is called folder tabs. Objective is a folder tab. Summary is a tab. Skills is a tab. But what opens is a folder. Objective. It comes with multiple choices. So for objective, I can say objective or career objective. Okay. Software QA tester. Okay. Go to the next one. Summary. Let's say I just double click here. In reality, you would rather read it, but it gives you some, semantics to be added to QA resume. Okay, skills, whatever. And again, you can modify it at some point if you wish. So definitely it is created to be modified. It provides you with some content. Education. Add item. Year of graduation. Let's talk about me. So I graduated in 1978. Degree. What are the choices? Oh, you. Anything which is BS. Honestly, there is nothing I would use exactly, but let's say Bachelor of Computer Science, BS in Engineering. Okay, let's put it this way. School, college, where there is some list, and there is nothing partner, okay, let's say partner of computer school. Okay, city, state, Moscow, and there is no Russia here, huh? See? Okay, let's say California, and then zip code 94040. And what I know, it doesn't support the country where I'm from. But what I also know, there will be time to change that. Actually, it says country. Oh God, country. What about Russia? Yeah, we have Russia there. Add. No, we added that. We'll keep going. Experience. Same thing. Add item. Let's say start date. Let's say my first job in US, it was August of 1992. End date, it was April of 93. Okay, 93. Software QA engineer. Okay, position. Okay, software QA tester. Okay, tester. Company, portfolio, technologies. Okay, state, city of Fremont, California. God knows the zip code, 98, I don't know. Country, United States, okay. And I've done lots of things. See, I just select from, different things offered to me. It might be 5 times longer if we develop that application nicer, but so far, that is what it is. And if I want to get rid of something, I will remove it. Or just double click, and it will go. Add. So I don't want to put more jobs so far. I just want to show you how it works. Personal information. Excellent analytical, green card holder. Good. References. Available upon request. Preview. Okay, guys. Now, here is the resume. And nobody says, guys, you cannot use it when it comes to making your resume. But the point here is now I have to make some changes. So Mikhail, I don't want any last name, middle name anyway. Los Altos, cell phone. Maybe I don't want home. Okay, Mikhail, Portnov School, career objectives, tester summary. Boom, 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 skills. Skills, experience, education. BS in telecommunication. That is my actual degree. BS in telecommunication. State University of Telecommunications. Okay. Moscow. Russia. Okay, that is pretty much the modified resume. Now, what I do with that, I have to save it. Let me save it first. File, save resume, not template, but resume. Okay, it supports only RTF format. You see the requirements? Okay, and said Mikhail Portnov underscore QA. By default, it uses the time and date, but it's okay. And I will save it on my desktop, just on the desktop. Save. Good. Now guys, look at this. If I go back to whatever folder, and then I go to a preview again, I didn't save anything. When I click that preview tab, what it does, it collects data from all the previous tabs and brings it here. So that is what the tool is about. It is not for creating complete resume. It is for creating a template, not template. Let's say some draft. So then you open the draft. Now, what you have to do now? Now you find, okay, here is the draft of my resume. I go there, and now I can do whatever I want with it. See what I mean? That is the idea of, oh, see, we have some garbage here. Okay, delete, and so on. Instead of August, I will say, that is what I normally do. I say August, and then instead of April, I will say 04, 93. Okay, efficiently fulfilled. Something got wrong here. I have to do the bullet. Okay, so guys, that is for editing, and here I don't really want any bullets in that section. I just want it. So I do my editing and I save it, and it's here on my desktop. Okay, and now I can save it. That is the idea, and what I just did is positive testing. I didn't do any negative thing. I didn't ask myself, what if I do something wrong? Okay. Now, okay, what is this? Don't save. So now I go back to your forum, to our school forum, and I looked at the bug reports you report. Let's say it says, contact info folder, city, state, zip, first name, last name, text fields, accept invalid characters. Okay, accept invalid characters. If I go there, if I go to what, contact personal info or which, no, contact info. In contact info, I can type, instead of Mikhail, I can type this. Instead of Portnov, I can type that. Instead of email, I can say, hi, how are you doing? And it is perfectly fine, because when you look at the requirements, it says, just a second, the application does not validate personal information or any other data typed in by the user. Guys, when you type invalid email in Microsoft Word, is Microsoft Word going to tell you anything? No way. So it is editing tool, you know. It allows user as much flexibility as an average word processor would. So now, here is the lesson number 1, which you have to learn forever. Which you have to learn forever. And that lesson is lesson 1. Okay. Study requirements first. Or, alternatively, you're never going to be in QA profession. Is it clear? If you do not validate requirements, if you do not verify implementation of requirement, you cannot be in software testing profession, because whatever you report is not going to be valid, is not going to be of interest to anybody. So like that bug report number 1, should be letters only. Who told you that? So you are using your intuition, and your intuition is not helping much, because you are, you've seen that in different, totally different type of application. If I would fill out a form which goes somewhere, so that organization which gives me the form makes sure you do not type any garbage. But in that specific case, you type it to yourself. You are okay with what you type to yourself, okay? There is no second party to the process. You are typing and you are accepting and you are using. Contact info folder, email entry field accepts in valid format. It is perfectly valid. User can type whatever user wants, based on requirements. Inconsistent naming of resume builder application. Untitled resume builder. Okay, let's go. Wow, untitled. Untitled means the document is not saved yet. The document is not saved yet. But we did save the document. But honestly, I am not sure. Let's try to save a template. What if we save a template? And we save it on desktop and we call it Portnoy QA template. Save. Look at that. It changed here. See? It changed. I'll show you Notepad. Let's say you go to Notepad and you run new version of Notepad. It says untitled Notepad until you save something. Okay, if I say file save as whatever name on my desktop, so I can remove it later on, save. Now it says file name and then Notepad. So that is a Windows standard. If you would ever read the book, which I gave you in the links, I'll show you here in the resources, Windows standards here. So if you read the book, it will tell you exactly what should be on the title bar of the Windows application. It's a document name, dash, application name. So Notepad, untitled Notepad, yes, because it's not saved. And that is what happens here. The application cannot open resumes, cannot save resumes to open them later on. You save resume and it disappears. But if you save template, so now let's exit the software. Okay, we exited the application and now we run it again. Okay, from that folder we run it again, and now it's empty. This is software key engineer, continue. Okay, now what I can do, I can say file, open template. And where is my template? Must be, yeah, template. Oh God, I misspelled. Okay. Save changes to untitled now. Okay, here it is. And it doesn't say untitled. What we have here in that, where is it? In that list of bug reports, that is something you should never do, guys. If you consistently do that for a couple of days, okay, you would have to look for another job. Okay, you start with requirements first. Study requirements first. No requirements, no test cases, no pass-fail. I mean nothing, no testing. Study requirements first. Let's go. And okay, then we have another one. Contact info tab. Folders. First name, last name. What do you mean folders? Middle name, city, state. Accept digits and non-letter characters. Okay, they're not folders. If you talk about this, first name, last name, middle name, and all those things are not folders. They are text fields. Folders are here. Objectives, summaries, they are folders. You are talking about text fields. So lesson number 2. Lesson 2. Use valid or correct technical terms, or nobody would ever believe you belong to the profession. Okay? So guys, we are learning. Contact info tab, email folder name, suggesting change to email. Okay, dash. He says, let's put dash in there. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I would probably do it this way. I would go to, let's say Google, let's say Gmail, okay? Gmail, and see, look, it doesn't have any dash in between. See, Google does not use dash. Can you see? It says your current email. And so I would say maybe if, if Google doesn't have dash, maybe it makes sense to follow Google. There might be an application which your company wants to follow. Let's say, just a second. Here is the place where we go for online classes. Yeah, self-paced, which I did show you. And choose your new account. Let's say, yeah, okay, create new account. It says email, okay, no dash, email, no dash. So what I'm saying, again, we are coming back to the same thing. We are saying if you don't know the requirements, okay, maybe you shouldn't come up with problems. So, I mean, well, then, and again, you have requirements, you have tons of requirements given to you right here. You have 15 requirements. And instead of going and verifying those requirements, what are you doing? So no requirements, no testing, guys. I lost my... Okay. Bug report number 3. Contact info tab, email folder accepts invalid entries, non-email format. Well, first of all, you didn't look at the requirements. Second, you are not using correct technical terms, and probably you didn't watch my video on graphic user interface testing, session number 2, where I come with all the terms. Okay, keep going. When in dialog box select resume profession, the cancel button is pressed, it also automatically exits the program. This is misleading because usually pressing cancel button closes only present window. It would be more logical if the button read exit or cancel and exit, not cancel. Just the way it is done. I agree that it is not exactly typical. It's not very typical. You do not very often see things like that, but there is a logic here. If you fail to specify the profession, you cannot use the application. When we look at the, okay, let's say we start it again. Let's exit. Save changes now. Let's say we start it again. Okay. And it says continue or let's say exit application. It would be probably better, name given to the button, because when it says cancel, yeah, you see the application behind. And it looks like if you cancel, you just cancel the dialog box, you know? And the application will stay. So, it's interesting. I agree there is some there is some inconsistency here. And I don't know how to report it yet. Maybe we shouldn't show the application yet. So we might hide the application and show just the dialog box, which says select profession or exit. And well, I agree. I don't want to write a bug report right now on that, but yeah, it's exit. It exits. But there is some point in that. I would definitely agree with that. Then let's go to the where is It is misleading. I like the word misleading. It is misleading because the impression is it will cancel just the dialog box and it cancels the whole thing. I agree. Open dialog box title is different from open template menu item. Oh, we've got sophisticated one. Let's see. So we probably have to say continue with quality assurance. So if I want to open this open template, yeah, the menu item name is open template. So when it opens the dialog box, it should say open template here, not just open. It is very true. It is very true. For example, if we, I'm just thinking which application. Let's say Notepad. Okay, it says font. It says font. Okay, if you open, let's say replace, it says replace. If you say, what? I have to cancel this. If you say go to, it says go to line, which is not exactly the same. So it happens. Yes, and I agree it is a valid problem. It's very cute. So probably you watch, I can tell you watched the video on graphic user interface testing. Wow, it's impressive. Very impressive. So guys, it's not a big deal. You just have to watch the videos. I can return to folder contact info, delete email address, and continue to work with another folder. Warning window does not appear. If you delete information from other fields and try to go to other folders, the warning window appears. Okay, let me show what the bug is about. Let's open the template. Open template. Here it is. Okay. First name, last name, city, they're all required fields. So if I remove, let's say, last name, no last name, I cannot go to other folders. It doesn't let me, see? Okay, let's say port now. But if I remove email completely, now, oh, I can. Well, absolutely. Email just looks like required field. It's given the asterisk, but there is no functionality which should be in required field. What about this one? Same story, by the way. That phone number. What about this one? What if there is no city? Aha, now it's a problem. So phone and email are not working as the required fields. They look like required fields, but they are not. So, Aloisa, well, it's very cool. I would say what you do is impressive. I hope you do it yourself. So, okay, the default path for saved resumes is C username documents. Button use default. It does not conform with item 9 resume builder specification. Oh God. So guys, we are already running out of time. I don't want to go any further, but I expect all 12 to be good ones, since the first 3 were good ones. Now, let me go to the homework. Okay. So you do session 4 and session 5 homework. So you watch that writing bug reports video. Then for the session 5, you do backtracking, recorded webinar, all those things, okay? You just do it, and we will talk about Element Tool next time, and not Element Tool, but how to create views in backtracking systems. Now, it is coming to my attention that you are not watching videos in the sessions 1, 2, and 3. They are all critically important. So you are testing without looking at requirements, which means you either you change it today, or you have no reason to continue because you won't be able to test anything. You start with requirements. And the fact you do not use requirements tells me you didn't watch videos on Resume Builder here. We have 2 videos on how we test Resume Builder. So why in the world you skip that? Guys, if you skip that, it will impact dramatically the result of the whole thing. Okay. And graphic user interface, we have a pre-recorded webinar here where we explain the value, the meaning, the terminology, the whole thing. And I want to see that in your bug report. So sessions 1, 2, and 3, we want everything starting with homework, okay? It starts always with homework. You watch the video, you do the interviews, and blah, 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 and then there is what we do in a class. Then we go to second one, you do the homework first, and then we run into what we do in a class. Same for the session 3, same for the session 4. So far I see that most of you, I mean those who we looked at today, are completely ignoring what we did so far. And there is no way to continue that. You have to fix it. So you have 2 days in between today and next session. We have a few days between Thursday and Monday next week. So you have quite a few days to put it in order, okay? Because it will impact your learning curve in the future if you do not set it right today. So let me see if we have questions there. Requirement 11, blah, blah, blah. Now, can I get registration on form? It's always say me the answer given for the random question was incorrect. The answer for the question is 4970 El Camino. That, oh, I'm sorry. Not in Cyrillic, okay. In Latin. 4970, yeah? 4970 El Camino. That is the address of the school, 4970 El Camino, and it will let you in. Would you please give us a couple of examples for each bug type? GUI, functional, technical. I don't know what you mean under technical. GUI means, let's say, you go to Notepad, and then you say, let me erase everything. It's empty, okay? Empty, okay, empty document. And say, edit, select all. That is GUI bug. There is nothing to be selected. But it is enabled. It should be disabled. Let's say find is disabled. I cannot do anything with find. And go to should be disabled. There is nowhere I can go. Replace should be disabled. There is nothing I can replace. Select all should be disabled. There is nothing I can select. That is GUI, graphic user interface. Okay? Or if I say file, save as, okay? And then I remove that part, okay? And file name field is empty, and save button is not disabled. It should be disabled. Look, I'm clicking the button. What happens? Nothing. That is GUI bug. Button not disabled when it should be disabled, and things like that. For example, when we did the let me show you the test here. For example, you look at the labels on the left-hand side. Invoice number is one label, customer is another label, purchase order is another label. Label should end up with a colon at the end. So from amount is the only label which does come with colon at the end. And that is the requirement of graphic user interface rules published by Microsoft. That is GUI. Okay? But when you see, for example, when it says invoice date no later than September 30th, but you have October 1st here, that is functionality problem. It's not working properly. It's not the way it shows you. I mean, it's not the way it looks like, but it is the way it calculates performance. Okay? It should not give you anything after September 30th, but it gives you something which is October 1st. So that is functionality problem. I don't know what's technical. I don't know what you mean. And if I see where someone talks about technical, maybe I'm going to be better answering that question. But so far, I'm not clear what that thing is about. Are we going to receive any feedback on bug reports we post on forum, guys? I am doing that feedback here in the classroom. Okay, I cannot do it individually. Okay, I just want you look. You have to do certain things on your own. Okay, if you ignore requirements, if you do not learn terminology, names of graphic user elements, components, and blah blah blah, which I give you as a group. So now you want me to do what? Individually, I have to go and tell you, you have to watch this video, you have to call text field is a text field and it's not a folder. And you do not click on a button, you push the button. See, you have to kind of, you have to do the homework, okay? You have to stay within certain guidelines, and then what I'm telling you as a group will have more sense. Okay. Any feedback? As much as I can, guys. Thank you for compliments. I am Alizia. Okay. So just keep up. Okay. Don't become too proud of yourself and lose the advantage. Okay. So. Good. I'm impressed, guys. I'm always impressed when I see someone who does the homework, and I think, wow, some people do it, and they are smart enough to apply it. You know, it's not just you watch it, but then you apply it. That is a miracle. Okay, we are finishing the class. Okay, and thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you very much for trusting us to bring you to the destination, and the destination is getting a job, changing your career, bringing lots of positive changes to your life, and we are committed 100%, and we never stop until we are done. So it's just you. I want you to go to the very destination. So that is why I'm concerned when you do not do the homework, because it kind of makes it questionable if you're going to be there, if you're going to make it. We want everybody to make it. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you Thursday next week.